Hello everyone and welcome to this segment where we'll discuss the significant customs and cultural values that distinguish inhabitants of the United Kingdom. Our discussion will cover typical dishes, popular forms of entertainment, pubs, tea time, English speaking, and manners that characterize this society. So without further ado, let's get started and delve into the fascinating world of the UK. Let's talk UK.
Hi, my name is Pablo and I'm gonna talk about the British models. Historically, the British are known for their politeness, manners, and social ethic rules, some of which are class based and can be seen in period dramas, movies, and television shows. The rules are not something established, they are more like something they accept as natural order of things. These manners have roots that date back to the Victorian era. During that period, society was highly structured in behavior norms and respect for social etiquette were highly valued. These norms were passed down from generation to generation and remain part of the British culture to these days. Something that also somehow influenced this was their monarchy system, which has promoted etiquette and protocol British society because members of the royal family are considered role models in terms of behavior and protocol, and their actions and words often set a standard for the rest of the country. Some examples of this some example of these courtesies may be constantly apologizing because the British tend to apologize even for things that are not necessarily their responsibility, such as when someone accidentally bumps into them on the street. This partly due to attitude or politeness and avoiding unnecessary conflicts. The British tend to be more formal in their communication than some other cultures. This is reflected in the use of the language, where polite and respectful tone is preferred, especially in formal or professional situations. Punctuality is another important feature of the British etiquette. Being late for an appointment or meeting is considered disrespectful to others, so the British usually strive to be punctual in their commitments. All this is part of the British culture and is probably one of the most popular characteristics about them, so I consider it important to take them into account when dealing with a British person. Thank you and goodbye.
Hello, my name is Isidoro Morales. I will tell you about the different accents that exist in the United Kingdom. To begin, we must know how the United Kingdom is divided in four big territories: Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and England. One of the most distinctive accents is the Cockney. It is related to London. It is one of the most famous accents. It is associated with the London working class. It is easy to recognize it and is related to the Cockney rhyming slang, which is the language of the market and the east and the off end of the city. The Brummie dialect. The Brummie dialect is spoken by people living in Birmingham. In the past, it was voted the worst accent in the UK, but in the present, it has gained popularity thanks to the television series like Peaky Blinders. It is characterized by being soft and spring, but with irregular sounds. The Scottish accent is very varied as it changes depending on the city and in the area. In the region is very influenced by the Scottish and Gaelic, according to English in the real according into the English in the real world. In the Western Isles, it is similar to the Irish accent, and and the Northern Islands. In Edinburgh, the accent is soft, and in Glasgow, the accent is more marked and speaker of often the good words. To recap a bit, the UK area is dominated by accents from different nations, and although their way of speaking has been the subject of ridicule for many years, the pronunciation is very nice because it uses different ways of pronouncing words, unlike the English US. Thank you very much for the attention.
Hi, I'm Roberto, and I'm going to talk about one of the most recognizable parts of the British culture, more specifically, the afternoon tea tradition. Maybe you don't know it, but this custom is relatively new if you compare it to other British traditions. Its invention goes back to somewhere around 1840 and is credited to Anna Maria Rosell, the seventh Duchess of Bedford, and a lifelong friend of Queen Victoria. The Duchess will become hungry around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, during the long period of time between lunch and dinner, the latter being served at 9 o'clock. The Duchess ordered a tray of tea, bread, butter, and cake to be brought to her room during the late afternoon. This became a habit of hers, and started to invite friends and family to join to the tea party. After that, afternoon tea became a social event, and a delicious British tradition was born. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, I am Carlos, and today we will be discussing one of the most iconic symbols of English culture. We will provide a brief history and share some useful tips for anyone interested in visiting a pub. So, the toast, or as they say in a pub, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
The history of pubs dates back to the Roman Empire in the United Kingdom. When the Romans arrived, the workers and soldiers used houses to rest, eat, and drink. In the 10th century, King Edgar recognized the potential of these lodging houses and declared them as today's public house or pubs. An interesting fact is that the unique names that pubs adopt originated in 1393, when the King Richard II ordered all establishments that dispensed drinks to display a badge or an illustration, as the majority of the population was illiterate. These badges were usually religious in theme, with images of saints and angels. However, they became taboo in the 16th century when Henry VIII broke with the Roman Catholic Church. Innkeepers showed loyalty to the monarch by changing the name of their establishments to names such as the King's Arms or the Greyhound, appealing to the Tudor tyrants' love of hunting. It is important to know when pubs are open. Unlike in Mexico and many other places in the UK, the preferred time to go to a pub is after office, which means after work on weekdays starting from the 5 p.m. During this time, pubs are usually full, making it the best time to enjoy the atmosphere. On weekends, the pubs are open all day, starting at dawn. Closing time is at 11 p.m. and only a few pubs close at midnight. If it is almost 11 p.m., a bell will ring signaling the last drink of the night.
Last orders, please.
A second bell will ring, indicating that it's time to leave the pub and go home.
Time, gentlemen.
In many countries, it is common to visit a pub and enjoy a beer. The most commonly served beers in the pubs are ales, which are known as lager in Mexico, and stouts, which are rich, dark Irish beers. In addition to alcoholic beverages, pubs also offer non-alcoholic drinks, including citrus-based drinks and fruity cocktails. You can ever order food to enjoy alongside your drink. When ordering a beer in an English pub, it is polite to say, "Can I have a beer, please?" rather than "I want a beer" or "I want that." Using polite language is important as it is considered rude to the otherwise. "Can I have a beer, please?"
You want a pint or a half?
A pint beer.
Take.
Thank you. It is important to have knowledge of proper behavior when inside a pub. In Mexico, it is quite common to drink until becoming heavily intoxicated, but it's important to be mindful of one's actions as a pub owners are very strict and many not tolerate any disruptive behavior within their establishments. If we become unruly and cause disruptions, we may risk being kicked out of the pub. In the United Kingdom, there are approximately 60,000 pubs, with at the least one of the almost every town. They sell almost 6 million liters of beer a year, which average to 1,067 pints per person. Pubs are an essential part of English culture. The English love visiting these places more than anything else because, beyond drinking alcohol, they are places where people can socialize, relax, and enjoy the beauty of the ancient decoration, which is spectacular. Even pubs are home to historical and significant events such as the Eagle, one of the most popular pubs in Cambridge, where the discovery of DNA was made public in 1953. Although some people may not enjoy drinking and trying exotic beverages, it is still an experience that everyone should have at some point. I am Carlos and I invite you to go to the pub. Cheers.
Hi, my name is Daniel and today I'm going to talk about Pancake Day. Or the 12 day before Lent, various activities take place in England, including the celebration of Pancake Day. Centuries ago, all the fatty foods at home had to be used to end the Lent fasting stage. So, some stories trace the origin of this tradition to the 15th century in the village of Olney in Buckinghamshire. Since medieval confessions were held on today before Lent, so church bell rang as a call to confession in the year 1445, and the sound of the bell one of the village inhabitants rushed out to church with a frying pan in a hand and pancake in it. From this fact, a race is held in various towns in England every Tuesday before Lent, in which many women, especially local housewives, run to church with a frying pan. The goal is to be able to spin the pancake 3 times during the journey to church. Thank you so much for attention.
I will talk to you about the types of entertainment there is in the United Kingdom. Firstly, there is a variety of activities and hobbies to choose from, a variety of sports that you can play and watch live in a stadium or on your television. A large selection of music and art forms, such as theaters, which are a very important part of the United Kingdom, since going to see a play is the culmination of a walk through the city. It also has one of the most respected film industries in the world. Despite a history full of successful productions, the British cinema is characterized by an ongoing debate about its identity, including economic and cultural aspects, and the influence of American and European cinema. In conclusion, in the United Kingdom, a great passion for its own culture is reflected in its types of entertainment, whether in plays, musicals, or films, which the authors or artists reflect that they have a lot of pride in belonging to the United Kingdom, and they want to share that message with other people. This is all from of me. Thanks.